Good morning, beauties. I hope everyone is well. Welcome back to another episode of Supercar Mom. Today, I thought I'd do something a touch different. So I've been getting a lot of questions about what it costs to maintain a Lamborghini. So I figured I'd go through all of those things with you today. I'm gonna go ahead and call the guys who have done all of the work on my car since pretty well day one, European Automotive out in Burlington, Ontario. And we're gonna go through what it costs to do an oil change on the vehicle, new tires, things I've broken, things I might break, things I broke but probably shouldn't have broken and it was my own fault, all of that good stuff. So you guys can get a really, really good picture of the cost of ownership. Anyway, I'm really excited to get into this episode with you. Okay guys, so I'm gonna call Brad at European Automotive. He is the guy that I've been dealing with since pretty much day one on the Huracan. Matt and Brad are my go-to at European Automotive for all things maintenance and replacing things if I break them. Although, like I said, I haven't really had a tremendous amount of issues with the vehicle, knock on wood, and hope to continue that trend. The car is at nearly 65,000 kilometers now. So I've also got to ask him what other big maintenance services are coming up. Last year, I believe, no, almost 2 years ago now, I did a big service where we did all of the spark plugs and a transmission flush and all kinds of stuff. So that was a big one. I don't know how soon the next kind of big maintenance service is, where it's not just an oil change and a filter. So I'll have to discuss that with him too. Now, fun fact about the Huracan. So it does take a tremendous amount of oil, but it also has eight drain plugs. And that's because there's a whole bunch of pockets. It's a V10, of course, so it's a big motor, which is why it takes so much oil, but it also has a ton of pockets in the actual engine. So in order to ensure that all of the oil is properly drained out of the vehicle, there are 8 drain plugs that have to be removed. I'll insert a picture here of exactly what needs to be taken out in terms of like all of the nuts and bolts. It's actually pretty crazy. So it is quite labor intensive. So it's not your regular oil change. It is, of course, more expensive than an oil change on a regular SUV or a regular sedan or car. So yeah, it is very labor intensive. So be prepared for obviously a bit of a price increase versus your typical vehicle. I'm also going to compare the price of an oil change with European Automotive with the actual dealer. And I haven't really dealt with the dealer too much other than a couple of really small like recalls. There was some like safety recalls and updates on the software and things like that that I had to do. Those are the only things I've really gone to them for. I'll go through why I decided not to service my car at Lamborghini even when the car was under warranty. Car is well out of warranty now, so there's no concerns there for me. But even while I was in warranty, I didn't service there. And I'll talk about why in just a little bit.
Sorry, I was on the phone.
How dare you?
What's up?
How's it going?
I'm good.
Good. I'm gonna flip the screen over so that we can have you on camera. Hold on a second. There you are. What's going on?
Busy season. It's money making season.
I love it. Okay, so I figured we would go through some of the stuff that, well, first of all, I need an oil change, so I have to get that booked in with you, and we'll go through like pricing and stuff with that. And then I need front and rears for the tires because it's time that I replace those because I've been, well, I think they were pretty dead the last time too, so.
They were close last year.
Yeah, so they're definitely due. The rears for sure. The fronts I want to replace because I haven't done them in a while. I've done, I think, 3 rear sets of tires for every 1 set of fronts that I do. So probably worth replacing those.
Because you drive it so nicely.
I do. I'm very kind to the car, obviously.
It's like a Prius, that car.
Oh my God, stop. And then that shock that we should probably get done since it's probably mucked up. So
Yeah.
Anyway, how long does the shock take to do? Do you need it for a day or two, or is it a day-long thing?
Shock's like 2 hours, I think it takes us to do that shock.
Oh, so you don't need it overnight. Okay.
I gotta move over your Haas kit and then slam it in. It's very simple on this one.
Okay, cool. Excellent. I love it.
And then the oil changes 2 hours with setting the level and stuff.
Okay, yeah, easy.
4 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, so in that case, I'm back.
I gotta do an alignment. Yeah, I need the car for like the day. I could get the car done in the same day.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so the shock was after tax like $1,500 right from Lambo, right?
Yeah, 1556.
1556, and then yeah, so what the labor time would be and what the cost is going to be for that.
So your total with tax is 2267. It's 2.5 hours.
Amazing. Okay, super easy. And then for the oil change, what's involved in an oil change? And so we can tell everybody. I know that there's 8 drain plugs, which is absolutely ridiculous, but
Any supercar will have a dry sump oil change system, right? So you gotta drain the oil from 4 separate locations. Change the drain plugs, change the washers. You have to let a car sit for like 25-30 minutes to drain all the oil properly. Fill it up, set your level, hot level, so you gotta let it run, bring it back in, check it again, Bob's your uncle. It's not great, it's not as hard as everyone thinks.
I know, you make it sound so easy. Everywhere you look online,
Because I don't do it.
Stop it. You just tell the guys what to do.
They tell me what they did.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Do you know how many liters off the top of your head? I have it on all my invoices, but how many liters this car takes?
8.5 to 9.
8.5 to 9, and then obviously that's all synthetic, the European whatever.
540, yeah.
Yeah, 540. Okay, and then the cost
Lambo
for
filter.
What's that?
And we just use a Lambo filter. We use it. We order the Lambo filters for that car, even though you can use Volkswagen filter, that R8 filter, but we order Lambo, even though it's stamped Audi, whatever.
So for some reason, I thought you did use the R8 filters.
No, we have the Lambo filters in stock.
Oh, very cool.
Some people are picky. They don't understand that. Like I take the Lambo one out of the box and I take the Audi one out of the box. They all are the same on the bottom of the filter.
Okay. So for curiosity's sake, would it save me even more money if I said go with the Audi one, even though?
No.
Same. You do charge the same.
Like, Lambo doesn't charge a lot for that filter. It's like $45.
Oh, okay.
It's just the cartridge. It's not a spin-on, right?
Yeah. So that's a big common misconception, is that the filters and stuff are very expensive and that there's the Volkswagen ones are exactly the same and half of the price. So that's pretty cool.
The oil change is not a lot of money at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, it really isn't. Oil change is $440. Okay, cool.
Just in context, the oil change on a RS6 is like $350. Like another $100 doing an oil change on a Lambo.
Wow, okay. So yeah, it's not really as much as everybody thinks. It's just the dealer charges an exorbitant amount.
If you go to the dealer, it's $800, $1,000 for an oil change.
Yeah. I'm going to call the dealer after because I want to get an official quote from them to see how much a standard oil change is going to be.
And they'll book you in like a month and a half maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And then cancel the appointment on you.
Oh my God, stop. I hope not. That's, I don't know. I've had some interesting experiences with the dealer. Okay, so oil change is $440.
Without inspection.
Without the inspection. And then is there anything else that I need to do? Like when am I due for another big service? Because I know we did that one in 2022. So it's been almost 2 years now.
So basically Lambo runs on like a 3-year service. We did your annual like 9K service in 22. This year, technically I'm supposed to, we did the year 2 service in 22. Year 3 was last year, was just inspections. And then this year it's supposed to be oil change, inspection, and check tires. Kind of the 2nd year service is the big one.
Okay, cool. So I don't have anything to worry about for a little bit then.
No.
Cool. And we know that we need new tires, so that's an easy one. And then in terms of the inspection, you guys are going to do that as well, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then...
I'm going to have half of it apart with doing the shock anyway.
Fair. Also, so with the tires, how much is a new set of 4 PS4S's going to cost? So Michelin Pilot Sports. Yeah, you know what I mean.
PS4S?
PS4S.
It's not stock sizing, is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's definitely stock. Well, no, I have 20s in the front, 21s in the rear. So standard size in the front.
So still 245s in the front, but then the rear
are 2... Oh my God, I don't remember.
Should be 305.
I think they're 305s. I'll go check for you.
Yeah, go check because I think it's 305, 25, 21.
Let me double check. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
All right, so just gonna put the phone down. So they are 325, 25, 21. And then the front, you obviously know, they are very dirty.
Should be 245, 30, 20.
245, 30, 20. You're good.
Oh, it's actually stock of them.
What? That was my problem last season or the season before when we couldn't get bloody inventory on anything.
$27.97.
27, bleh. That's gross. That's the most expensive part of maintaining this car is literally just the tires.
It's the rear tires. The rear tires are massive. It's because you went 21.
They look cooler.
Well, you gotta pay to play with.
All right, so tires, $2,700. The rears I have to do pretty much every season. The fronts I do like every 3 seasons.
Yeah, there's no power there, right?
Yeah. What are the rear, just the 2 rears, what do they cost?
$1,605 plus tax.
$1,605. Okay. So yeah, so those I do every single year. The fronts I only do every few seasons whenever I need them. And then the shock.
Almost $800 a tire.
Gross.
Very gross.
$800 a tire. Nasty. Okay.
Big tires.
Okay, well this is pretty easy then. So I'm not looking at anything that's gonna break
Unless I find something, but the last time it was here, there was nothing wrong. Everything was fine.
All right, perfect. Well, I think that's everything. So we'll aim for the beginning of May, or I'll give you a heads up if I'm coming in town sooner, and then I can just leave the car with you and wait around for it.
As long as I know a day in advance, I can make sure it's easy. Yeah, pretty much anybody, any one of my guys can do that car. It's not crazy.
Amazing.
Not an Aventador or something like that where, you know, gotta have a guy who really knows what he's doing with a Lambo Aventador. I mean, Huracan's already same thing, and then we do them all the time, so not too worried.
Amazing. Yeah. Perfect. I love it. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right, guys, so definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's excellent news. So an oil change is under $500, and then they do a quick inspection on it, which I think, so all said and done, I should have got the exact pricing, but I'll double check on my invoice. I think all said and done after taxes and oil change is $550, $560. The tires, of course, are the most painful thing. Like I said, I always do the rear tires, at least honestly, like once a season, just because the amount of driving that we do. And then the rear shock is actually a Lamborghini part. Now, last year, I'll insert footage here, but last year I had an incident where we were on a cruise and we went over a bridge, and 3 of the 7 of us or 8 of us that were on the cruise literally caught air because we took this one road so fast, and it was like an up and a down, and it was bad. And so my car came down and it smacked the front bumper. It's in another episode. I'll link it. It's really funny. But as a result, it busted the rear shock, which was premature for it to have gone anyway. However, the car is slammed. It's lowered on Novatec springs with the shock suspension. So the shock's being compressed for as long as they have been, as low as they have been. And then with the amount of driving we do, it is definitely my fault. But other than that, I haven't had any issues with the car in terms of anything breaking or any problems. Okay guys, so I'm back. I'm gonna call, like I said, Lamborghini. Full disclosure, I have nothing against the dealership. When I first got the car, I knew I was modifying it right away, and I literally tuned it right away, which automatically voids the warranty. So it made no sense for me to go to the dealership and spend more for basic maintenance when I could get the same stuff elsewhere, because it didn't matter whether I retained that warranty or not. So I'm going to call them now. I just want to get a quote so I can show you guys for comparison's sake. $440 for an oil change at a really, really reputable shop in the city versus actually going to the dealership. I'm going to call them now.
Carla speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Carla. May I speak to the service department, please?
Sure. For which brand?
Sorry, for Lamborghini.
One moment, please.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling our answering nurse speaking.
Hi there, this is Stephanie calling. I was wondering if I can just get a quote on an oil change for a 2019 Huracan.
Sure, I'll get you a service advisor to get you that price, okay?
Perfect.
Give me 1 moment.
Thank you so much.
Please leave a message and I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Well, that's unfortunate. Let's try that again.
Wait while I connect your call. Grand Trine Autos.
Hi there, I just was trying to speak to Lamborghini service, but it went straight to a voicemail. Could I try again?
Yes, 1 moment.
Thank you.
Hi, you reached Adelina from service reception. I'm either away from my desk or on a call. Please leave your name, your number, and a brief...
Well, that's frustrating. I guess I'm going to try that again after. Okay, I'm back. Let's try to call Lamborghini again and see if they'll actually pick up.
Thank you for calling Grand Touring Autos. Princess speaking.
Hi there, Stephanie calling. I was wondering if I can speak to the service department for Lamborghini, please.
Speaking, ma'am?
Sorry?
Speaking?
This is service?
Yes, for Lamborghini. How may I help you?
I'm just looking to get a quote for an oil change. I called a little bit earlier and then I was just sent straight to voicemail.
Can I please get... Have you had your service here before, ma'am, or no?
No, I haven't.
Okay, do you have the VIN number of the vehicle?
I don't. I'm just looking for a quote, like just how much it'll cost me for an oil change for a Huracan.
Huracan, and what year is it?
2019, rear wheel drive.
Give me one moment.
Thank you.
Hi there, thank you for holding.
Hi, thank you.
I spoke to one of the service advisor. We don't just do oil change, we do annual maintenance.
Okay, so how much would the basic one cost? Like it would be the 4-year maintenance, which is just an oil change, inspection, and filter.
So with that one, we don't quote a price, not unless if we have to see the vehicle first, because that vehicle hasn't been here in our dealership. So we're not sure what the vehicle needs, so we have to see the vehicle first.
Okay, can I speak to this gentleman, please? I just need to know how much an oil change is, typically speaking.
One moment.
Thank you.
Hi there, I will transfer you to Anastasia. One moment, please.
Thank you.
Service Anastasia speaking.
Hi Anastasia, it's Stephanie calling. I'm just simply looking for a quote for an oil change for a Huracan. Just curiosity how much the dealer charges for it.
Okay. Is it just a regular Huracan or
It is, yeah. It's an LP 580-2, 2019.
just an oil change? You're probably looking around 1,800 plus tax.
1,800 plus tax, and that's just for the oil and filter?
Yeah.
Is there any other maintenance that's done at the same time, or is there any other inspections or anything that's done at the same time?
I mean, we do a visual inspection. It's not very in-depth, but we do a visual inspection. We'll also do a scan of the vehicle at that point, just to see if there's any faults. In that oil change, there's also an engine and fuel tank additive that we use just to clear any moisture that's built up, any kind of gunk that's building up at the bottom of the engine and fuel tank. Yes, it's pretty much what we do for an oil change only.
Okay, so it's the oil, it's a filter, it's some additives in the fuel tank and in the engine itself.
Yeah.
A visual inspection, and then you guys just scan the computer to see if there's any error codes.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and that's 1,800 plus tax?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much.
It's around that. It might be a little bit less. I doubt it's going to be any more than that, but yeah, it's around that.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure.
Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye. $1,800 for an oil change. So we know that it's 9 quarts of oil. It's a filter, which Brad just finished saying was about $45. Visual inspection, which is very standard. Any Jiffy Lube would do a visual inspection. They go around, make sure that the tires are good, make sure the suspension is good, make sure there's nothing visually wrong with the vehicle. A scan is just plugging into the computer and doing a scan. I have an OBD2 scanner that I keep in the car. That's not super in depth, but it does the job. If there's a fault code, I can on the fly read it. It's a $60 unit, and I've used it 1,000 times on all of our cars. And what else? And then they add some additive to release some of the gunk from the bottom of the engine and from the fuel tank, which is very standard as well. And that's $1,800. Brad, on the other hand, was $440 for the oil change plus the inspection. So like I said, I'll double check the numbers, but I'm fairly certain I know it's 1,000% under $600. It's like $550 all said and done with taxes. That is a big difference, a difference of $1,300. That is almost 2 new rear tires or 2 front tires, which is what I do every single year on the vehicle. That's what I'm saving. by tuning the car and not going to the dealer for maintenance. That is crazy expensive now. Wow. All right. Well, we learned something new today. It's a third of the price to maintain through someone that you trust versus the dealer. Again, disclosure, not knocking the dealer. I have plenty of friends that only go through the dealer. They keep their car stock with the exception of maybe springs or whatever, or an exhaust, which is totally fine. But the moment you're tuning the vehicle, you void the warranty anyway. So it was not in my best interest to bring the car to the dealership for those things because they would have automatically wiped my warranty anyway. Whew, all right. Well, I feel good about that, and I feel good about using European Automotive all of these years, and you know, they're super reputable, and I've never had any issues, and the car has been perfect with the exception of self-inflicted damage that I've done on the vehicle, like my shocks. Everything has been great. So there you have it, guys. Anyway, is it expensive to maintain a Lamborghini? Yes, of course, more than a regular car for sure. But is it outlandishly expensive? If you go to the right people and know what you're doing, absolutely not. If you choose to go through the dealership, then yeah, it's pretty expensive. Anyway, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. I hope that it gave you a little bit of insight. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. Of course, like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and family stuff, and supercar cruises, and all of the fun stuff in between that we're going to be doing over the next forever. But yeah, definitely ask any questions if you have regarding maintenance on the vehicle. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I will also link the contact information for European Automotive below because they are the best. But yeah, they're the best for maintenance. I love them dearly, as well as all of the other shops that I'm super loyal to in the city. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I hope it was insightful. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.